I'm that FitUnc, personal trainer, fitness fanatic, former high school athlete and college athlete, NCAA club wrestling, that is, at UMBC. This is going to be a quick workout designed for the modern warrior athlete. The modern warrior athlete is a weightlifter, but there always isn't time to get into the gym, do 30 minutes of cardio, and then do 30 minutes to an hour specified movements, training one individual muscle at a time. This warrior athlete workout, this modern warrior athlete workout is gonna burn fat and also gonna build muscle at the same time. And the third kicker, the cherry on the top, is it's gonna reinforce functional movements that you can turn around and use in weightlifting and also reap the benefits from too. So it's gonna help you aesthetically because you're gonna be burning that fat and building muscle, but it's also gonna help you functionally. It's gonna help you move around better, and also that will translate to even bigger lifts, because if you move better, you lift weights better. Because lifting weight, I hate to break it to you guys who hate on lifting weights, but lifting weight is an integral part of functional fitness. If your kid falls down and you're in the forest on a hike and you need to take your kid and pick up your kid and walk him back to the parking lot, you know you're gonna have to be able to carry some weight. You can't just dance around and cherry pick the types of fitness that you like. A true warrior athlete is gonna embody all the different types of fitness. That's gonna be clean movement, lots of strength, agility, power, all of that. And you guys can trust me, because obviously I'm not another skinny shrimp talking about a warrior athlete workout when they are not a warrior or an athlete themselves. No shade, but also just a little bit. Let's get into it. Done throwing shade. My busy folks, thank you for your time. I'm going to tell you a little about each movement and how each movement helps the other ones. It will also help you in your day-to-day life, also help you with weightlifting while I show them to you. Woo. That was a lot. That was a lot. That was a lot of words. If this is something you might be into and you're not subscribed here, I'm that FitUnc. Subscribe, fitness fanatic. I'm always going to give you guys real, honest, natural fitness, practicing what I preach, embodying it myself. As I get fitter, you're going to get fitter too. Hey guys, if you like this kind of thing, please like, comment, and subscribe. Also, don't forget to warm up. Modern warrior athletes definitely have to warm up. But hey guys, subscribe and join the Fit Fam. Weightlifting, functional, natural fitness. Woo! Now this isn't just going to be individual movements, but an entire workout that you can put together. So I'm going to give you the reps for each movement so you can do this as a circuit and get a 20-minute full body workout in. And you won't even need to do this from the gym, but you will need a little bit of equipment. First piece of equipment you're going to need is a kettlebell. This kettlebell right here is 25 pounds. I would suggest that you use a medium lightweight or like a heavy lightweight, like a light weight that has some weight to it. And that's because we're going to be doing these for reps, because you don't have time to only be doing a few reps. So we're going to want to be building muscle with the rep work at the same time. And the first movement is one of my favorites. Using this kettlebell here, we're going to do kettlebell pistol squats. These are fantastic for working your hip mobility, your hip flexor strength, which all translates to much better movement in your everyday life, as well as much stronger lifts, because when you go to squat and deadlift, as well as bench press, your hips are a major point of power for your entire body. As you unlock and strengthen your hips, hip flexors, hip mobility, all that translates to much higher lifts and greater numbers on your core list, as well as just better everyday function, movement, jumping, running, etc. That's enough talking. So these, with your medium light weight, you're going to do 3 repetitions on each side, 6 reps each round. And when I do these, this is to reinforce good movement patterns. So I'm trying to do these with the best technique possible. So I'm trying to balance my weight over the center of my foot, over the mid of my foot, thinking weight over my shoelaces, and I'm really even balancing over the tripod position in my foot, but it's much more simple to think weight over your shoelaces, heel down. This is functional movement, strength building, hypertrophy, all in one. The perfect movement, really. Warriors, I know you're pressed for time, so this workout is a full body workout. You're working your entire body, all the muscles in your full body, growing them, conditioning them all at the same time because you're pressed for that precious time. So this next movement is another fantastic body weight movement. This is going to be your elevated push-up. So I'm going to elevate my feet to make it even more difficult, and then I'm just going to do 15 push-ups per round. Push-up. You can scale this. This is actually a pretty hard movement. So if you have to, scale all the way down to knee push-ups. And even if you have to, scale the reps. Do 5 to 10 knee push-ups if that's all that you can do. But the push-up is a fantastic movement for developing your chest, as well as your total upper body, your shoulders, your triceps, and actual functional pressing strength. If you're ever in a bind, I mean, how hard do you have to think about how functional pressing strength is? Pressing strength, obviously super useful. But let's get right into it. 15 reps. Gonna elevate my feet. And the stronger you are, the more you want to elevate your feet. You guys are killing it so far, and these next two movements are going to keep saving time because they're going to be a cardiovascular movement, but they're great cardiovascular movements because they're going to build muscle while you're burning that fat. These next two movements are going to give you a killer upper body pump and killer shoulders while getting your heart pumping and burning fat. And these next two movements are, to do this next movement, you're just going to need one more piece of material, or equipment I should say, and that's just a jump rope. And for this next movement, we're just doing 100 jump ropes. So skipping rope 100 times. This is one of the greatest movements there is, especially if you want to work out like an athlete warrior. That's because you're getting fantastic footwork, working on your mobility, agility, just basic standard movement, and then you're getting a killer shoulder workout. Anyone who's ever jumped rope knows that jumping rope is one of the greatest ways to develop those shoulders. That's why boxers, fighters all have fantastic delts. And lastly, this is one of the greatest cardio workouts there is. It's been around from the beginning of time. Boxers, wrestlers, fighters have used it for ages to cut weight, and that's why we're using it in this workout today. It's a staple and fundamental, just basic fitness. Skipping rope, 100, count to 100, skip the rope 100 times. Now I'm using a speed rope, which is significantly easier. But if this is too easy, use a weighted rope. Also a killer calf pump. Ooh, 87. That was actually probably 100. I was not doing the best job counting because I was chatting with you guys. Oh, what the heckity? When you lose it, gotta use it or lose it. All right, that's gotta be 100. Sweet. Heart's pumping, ready for your last movement, and it's gonna be a fun one. You probably guessed the kettlebell was coming back because I said the last two movements, we're going to give you a killer upper body pump and get your heart pumping and keep it pumping. So your last movement is just going to be 20 kettlebell snatches. And if the kettlebell snatch is too easy, try this variation I'm about to do right here, which is the alternating hand kettlebell snatch. Standard kettlebell snatch, 20, so 10 each arm. Or you can do the alternating hand snatch like this. These are ugly as heck, but they're so fun. I gotta work on them. There we go. Hey guys, I'm sorry I forgot to include a stretch and warm up. If that's something you guys would also be interested in, leave a comment and I'll be sure to include it in the next Warrior Athlete workout. But I do actually ironically have to run. I got some clients to train. Thanks for watching though.